Hey, you guys. Welcome to the Hot AF podcast. I'm your host, Samantha Nivens, and we are here to chat about you getting your hottest body and your hottest life, no matter how old you are or what your circumstances or story has been up until now. You can have it all. You can get that. And so today I wanted to share about standards, about how my standards have been raised in these last couple of weeks. Honestly, I feel like from the beginning of the year, and even like specifically in the last like month, like there have been certain just shifts in me that my standards have been raised from who I was and what I wanted before or what was okay before in my 30s, for sure in my 20s. I just turned 40 in March, if you did not know or see that already. And so there was like a shift inside of me naturally of being like hold the fucking phone. Like I want more for my life and I have higher standards in honestly basically every area of life. And I wasn't quite sure how to actually elevate those, if that makes sense. Like I had that feeling and I started to do some things to elevate the standards. And then where it got to this new level in these last couple of weeks is when I joined a new coaching program myself. You guys, I have a trainer coach for if you've been following my journey of building my glutes, building muscle. I've gained now 16 pounds of muscle in almost 6 months. It'll be 6 months the end of this month. So I've got 4 more pounds to go. But I hired a trainer to help me get there. And that I've always hired business coaches almost since day one to help me get where I want to be in my business. And so this most recent coach is Dan Martell is his name. If you don't know him, go look him up, find him. He's incredible. And I've been in his container for 2 weeks now, not even quite 2 weeks. And I cannot even tell you guys the level of standards that he has for himself and his life, and then therefore all of the people in his life, all of us that are in his coaching spaces and container. Such just elevated, expansive, higher standards. That's how I felt stepping into this. It's a digital space, digital room, right? I'm not even like in person with anybody. But almost immediately from like the first call and just being in that room, quote unquote, and listening, I listened to a lot of past coaching calls. I didn't just get the one, but just like my mouth dropped on some of the standards that I was like, damn, like I want this for me and my life and my clients and anybody in my world and my life. Like I want this level of standards. It's elevated and expansive. That's like just the words that are coming to me that I use to describe it and how it feels. Versus some people may come into a container like that or any container. And if you're still in like victim mode, or if you're still in like, well, must be nice, or you don't understand, like you're not going to receive it. You have to be in a space of like, thank you for actually calling me out, for being direct, for not playing it safe and soft with me, and this is like for anybody in this container or group, thank you for actually like doing the hard coaching and holding me to a higher standard because you believe in me, because you see my potential. And that's what he's doing. And that's what I want to do for all of you guys. That's what I want to hold the space for. So this is kind of just a conversation of just sharing what I'm experiencing and going through right now. And of course, what I want to give to you guys too. But then also, I just want you guys to think for yourself. Like, what are your standards? And have you let your standards for your life like drop or plateau, or you're kind of like head under the rug with them, right? If you're like you're not looking at your bank account or your bills or your finances, and you're just kind of like putting it under the rug. If you're not looking at your relationship with your partner, and you're kind of like, it's okay, it'll be okay. Yeah. Or if you're not looking at your relationship with your kids and how it's stressful or frustrating or overwhelming, and they're not listening to you and cleaning up, and like you want to just be like, it's okay, or I don't have time for this. I don't have time to figure this out. Or it's them, or it's somebody else in your life. It's not you. Or for your body, for your fitness. He even called some folks out, and even when the coaching that I got, and it was like, yeah, why don't we have higher standards for ourselves and our health and fitness, for our fucking beautiful bodies? This temple that you hear people talk about and say literally is the one body we get to live this human existence. It's our souls, whatever you believe, like when you die and you go to heaven or whatever you believe, the spiritual part of it, like our souls are here, right? They're essentially infinite, right? Like you can poke holes through, like it's a soul. But this human body, we get fucking one body to live and experience this life. And why are we taking it for granted? Why do we have such low fucking standards for our human bodies that we are just like eating all the trash, not working out, or maybe you're doing those things, but it's not enough, right? You're still overworking, or you're still eating for emotions, or you're skipping workouts, or just not investing time or energy and attention into it, especially if that's what you fucking want. Like if you see that for yourself. And if you don't, question, why don't you? Why don't you have that vision of your hot AF body? Have you given up? Have you said, well, I've tried everything. Nothing works for me. You don't understand. I'm in menopause, Samantha. I'm in perimenopause. You don't understand. I have full-time work, and I'm doing this, and I have the kids and all the things. You don't understand. Like, are you fighting for those low standards and excuses, or are you fighting for the and clawing and scratching for higher standards and for what you want and what you know you're goddamn capable of? It shook me getting coaching and being in this space to be like, and listen, y'all, my hand is raised. Like, I'm here sharing this with you because there are standards that I was like, oh, like this ends here. My standards are fucking elevated. I will no longer, this or that. And it could be, you guys, your standards could be anything from your house. Do y'all know, like, do you guys have those things where you're like, it's like the little, I don't know, it's the thing on the floor that you walk past and you don't pick it up, right? Or it's the one thing you need to do. I had like Goodwill bags sitting by the front door for like 2 weeks. Instead of like walking them down to my fucking car and bringing them to Goodwill when I get over that way. But at least they're like in the car. So when I'm out around driving, I can drop them off, right? Or delegating that to somebody versus letting them sit at my front door, cluttering up my front door area for like 2 weeks, right? Like, or those little things that are just like, yeah, I'll clean that little thing when, I'll dust my office when, like standards. So I feel like my standards got elevated in all areas of life, just being in this coaching container for a couple weeks where I've elevated them. I've done the things around my house, cleaned the car this weekend, like all the things just felt elevated, and like getting more dressed up, doing my makeup and hair and being more visible and dressed up, even though I work from home and it could easily just be something I don't necessarily do all the time or as much. For my clients, the container that I'm coaching in, there's some upgrades that I made and value shifts for the Hottest Fuck membership, because I'm like, damn, you guys deserve to have these high as fuck standards also. Just in relationship land, what kind of conversations I'm willing to have or not have and do. Yeah. so many things that like the standards, like what are your standards? And really checking in to see, and it's okay. Like if you feel a little embarrassed, you might feel some shame, you might feel some judgment, you might have some feelings come up. If you actually look at these things, it's okay. It's okay. You're alive, you're breathing, you're going to survive. And decide now today, what do you want your new standard to be? It's okay. All of the things that have happened to us happened to us. And now we get to decide today, right now, moving forward for the rest of our lives, this is the new standard. This is like, you will not go below this bar. Yeah. And I would really suggest like really raise those standards and really go for what you want. I think that's just too is like something about 40 was like, I'm going to die one day. Like that hit me. And like, I feel that like life is not like when, you feel like in your 20s, I feel like even in 30s, it was like, oh, just like there's plenty of time for all the things. And there is, don't get me wrong. I still believe that. And I'm like, and I'm going to die. And I want to live this fucking life these next 40, 50 years, half my life is over type of thing. Like, I want to live them to the fullest, to my healthiest, to my richest, to my most time freedom. Like, yeah. And I think also, too, with people I've worked with, were just like stories like you hear when it's like, so and so had a heart attack, so and so has to have surgery, so and so, they're just like health is like declining and it's so like sad and so unfortunate in like 50s and 60s. And it's because of the things we're doing right now in our 30s and our 40s that are going to decide and make it so much easier to thrive moving forward versus letting all the different diseases and conditions catch up to us. So I'm this like, it's so possible. I know you guys know it. It's not just me. There's other women or men you see out there that have what you want, that fucking hot as fuck body. And it is not some unicorn schedule and money and time thing. You're like, well, like I don't have, no. It is possible for all of us. So where do you want to raise your standards? For you, for your life, for your kids, for your marriage or your partnership, for the work you do in the world, for who you get to inspire and impact because you show up with higher standards. Yeah? Ah, okay. That is my mission. That is what I am going to be giving and sharing with you all. I'm raising my standards, and guess what? You guys are going to get the best end of that stick because everything's going to improve. When it improves on my end, I get to teach and show and coach you on that and how I did it. So you guys get all the benefit of that, of all the money that I have and continue to invest. You guys get the back end of that because I'm only going to make myself and my programs and my containers that much better because of it. And then you're going to be surrounded by other people that want to raise their standards, right? That are raising their standards. Yes? Oh, all right, you guys. So if you are interested in working together, if this is resonating and you're like, yes, I want to raise my standards and I'm ready, then you can DM me, coach, and I will send you information on the Hot as Fuck membership for you to spend 6 months working with me and having your private community where we absolutely will raise your standards and you will literally transform your life, your body, and your life over 6 months. And I also have a small offer too. If you guys are just wanting to get a little toe in, you can get an audit, a nutrition and workout audit from me. It's $33 for 30 minutes. You're going to tell me what's going on, what your goals are, what's not working right now, where you're stuck. And then I'll tell you the gaps, what I see missing. So you can have a specific plan to move forward with me looking at those gaps. I'll give you a specific plan to move forward with, either on your own or you can learn what it looks like to work together then. If that is something you're interested in, then DM me audit, all of this on Instagram. That is where I'm hanging out and we're connecting these days. It's at Samantha Nivens. If you are not following me there or connecting there already, that is where you can come find me and let's connect. Let's hang out there. So I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know how you're going to be raising your standards, how you're going to be showing up in any area of your life moving forward. Let's not settle for where we've been or the things we've let get to a new low or just get to like a maintaining plateau phase. Let's be the standard. Set it higher and let's be that standard and hold it. Yes? All right. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.